Here's a great tip for all of you Camera Raw users out there on a feature that Lightroom has that Camera Raw doesn't really have, but there's kind of a way to fake it a little bit. Okay, and that feature is called the previous button. Inside of Lightroom, it's a button that I use all the time. And by the way, if you don't have Lightroom, you should get Lightroom. But I understand not everybody's going to go run out and get it now, so I want to give you a workaround. But what the previous button does is it would let me make adjustments to, say, this image here. Okay, so I'd be making adjustments and maybe add a little bit of a vignette, do all these different things, maybe even warm it a little bit. It would allow me to do these adjustments. That would be before and after. And then when I go to the next photo, all I have to do is hit this one button called Previous, and it applies the same adjustments to the next photo. So we don't, at the surface, we don't have a way to do that inside of Camera Raw, but I want to show you here. So let's do a couple other things here. Let's make it a little bit brighter. I'm actually going to make that vignette just a little bit darker. Okay. It's looking pretty good. There's our before and after for the vignette. There's our before and after for the overall basic panel here. So we've made our changes. We're happy with the photo. We click done. We move on to the next photo. So let's do just that. Let's go ahead and we'll open up another photo. And now we have, same lighting condition, just, different smiles, kind of different poses, their heads tilted a little bit differently. Facial expressions are a little bit different. And we want to apply those same adjustments. We'll check this out. If you go all the way over on the right-hand side of the Camera Raw dialog box, right below, you see all the little tabs here, the name of the tab. All the way to the right of that, there's this little icon. If you click on it, there's an option in here that says Previous Conversion. So when I click on that, check it out. It goes in and it applies the previous settings, the previous conversion that I did to whatever the last photo was to the next photo. If I go over to the effects panel and you see in the vignette, it's got a vignette. It's got all the same settings that we did to in the exposure settings. So while we can sync our photos and everything in Camera Raw, this is more for when you happen to open up a photo and you close it and you open up another photo that you didn't know you were going to open. It's one thing to open up 10 photos at the same time and know you want to sync them. But for me personally, a lot of what happens is I open up one at a time as I'm working and I find a different one later on that I want to open up. So this comes in really handy because all I have to do is hit Previous Conversion and it'll apply the same exact settings. All right. So if any Lightroom users, including me, make fun of you because you're not using Lightroom and we say, hey, we have a previous button. It lets us, you can say, hey, we kind of got a previous button too. It does pretty much the same exact thing. So hope you enjoyed, and I hope that kind of helps you out a little bit. I think Lightroom is a great tool for photographers. It's got a lot of great tools inside of it, but knowing that not everybody's immediately going to jump over to Lightroom, or maybe you're just not editing enough photos to warrant it, you can do many of the same things. Just have to know where they are, but you can get a lot of the same things done right here inside of Camera Raw. My name is Matt Kloskowski, folks. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.